Okay, here we are for lesson number 2. So the first thing that we want to do is get rid of this little sprite cat right here. We do not want him. We don't need him. So let's go ahead and click on this X over our sprite cat. Bye-bye. Okay. The next thing that we want to do is we want to choose the sprites of our first names. So I have a long first name. It's Stephanie. So I'm just going to do Steph, but you do whatever first name you'd like. So if that's your whole name or if it's a nickname, whatever you'd like, go ahead and let's grab those sprites. So what I do here is I go to my sprite window, which is right down here in my bottom right-hand corner, and I click on Choose a Sprite. Now, we have all kinds of different categories of sprites. The category that I'm most interested right now for this assignment is called letters. So I click on this letters tab right here. Now we have a couple different types of letters that we can choose from. We have block letters, and that's sort of like an orangey color with a black background. And then we have these nice little aqua greenish bluish letters that I like. Okay, so we see lots of fun different fonts here in front of us. I sort of like the classic scratch font, which is this aquamarine right here. So I'm going to go ahead and pick out Steph, S-T-E-P-H. Now I'm going to do it one at a time. So I hit S, and there's my little S sprite right there. I'm not going to put any code in it. I'm just going to go ahead and pick out my next sprite, which is T. So the next letter that I want to choose, I go into my sprite and I go to my letters and I choose T. Awesome. So I just click on it. And there it is next to my S. And I can see it up here in my preview menu and my preview window. So I'm going to go ahead and move it over a little bit just so they have their own space. And now I go ahead and here I click choose sprite again. And I go to letters and my next letter is an E. And I like them sort of staggered like that. And then I click on choose sprite again. And I go to letters and I choose P. And I move that over. And then I go to choose sprite. And I go to letters. And I choose H. And that'll do it. Steph. And I can sort of put them staggered. So one up here, one down there, one up here a little bit, one down here, one over here. So that it looks a little bit cool just with no coding. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pick on the first letter of my first name, and that's where I'm going to add some coding. So I am going to say when I click on this piece of code, it's going to go ahead and perform the code that I am telling it to perform. So let me drag out. So let me drag out say hello. So when I click on this, my S says hello. I'll make that a little bit bigger. So when I click on this, my S says hello. Okay, so I don't want to have to click on my piece of code all the time. I just want to click on something to initiate or to start all of my code at once. So I'm going to do a kickoff event. So I'm going to go down here into my yellow events, and I am going to drag over the very first event that says when green flag is clicked. So I can click here, and when green flag is clicked, my little S says hello. Awesome. Okay. And it says hello for 2 seconds. And then instead of saying hello, maybe I'll change it, and it can say, hello, I'm the letter S for 2 seconds. So let's try it. I click my green flag and it says, hello, I'm the letter S. Awesome. Okay. Now let's go back into the looks because this has a lot of cool things in it. Okay. So instead of it just saying, hello, I'm the letter S for 2 seconds, let's go ahead and do change size by 10. And we'll put that right underneath hello, I'm the letter S. So let's see what happens, shall we? Click on this. Hello, I'm the letter S. And it grew bigger by 10. Now it's a little bit of a slight movement. So it just grew bigger just a little tiny bit. So we couldn't see it that much. Okay, so I have my S changing by size 10 when I click my green flag. So every time I click that green flag, the S grows a little bit bigger. But what if I want to play this over and over again? I don't want that S to get huge, 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 huge. So why don't I have it get bigger and wait for a second and then get smaller again? What do you think? Pretty cool? Okay, I think it's pretty useful too to understand how that works. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here into our orange control underneath events. So our orange control here, and it says wait. It's the very first code. Let's go ahead and stick that under change size by 10, and it's wait 1 second. Okay, so let's go ahead and make that wait 2 seconds. And let's change the size by 100. Now, if I wanted to shoot to 100, like make it huge, and then wait, and then go small again, and go to like its normal size, what do you think I would need to do to make that size change back? So for every action, there is a reaction and maybe an equal reaction. So maybe I should do a negative 100. So I'll go into my looks and I will go to change size by. If there's a negative equal reaction, it would be negative 100. Okay, and now we can check it really super easily. All we have to do is just click the green flag. So it says hello, then it grows, waits 2 seconds, and goes back. Awesome. Okay, so now that's all for letter S. Oh, let's do one more thing on that S. Let's add a sound effect. So let's go over here to our pink sounds and let's do the pop sound. Hello, I'm the letter S. Grow big, grow small. Awesome. Okay, so we have quite a little bit of code under S. Let's do something for T. So I want to go ahead and click on that T. Let's do the same thing. When the green flag is clicked, it's going to kick off a series of events. And what series of events do we want it to do? Well, let's see here. How about we do motion, turn 15 degrees, then how about instead of 15 degrees, we turn 90 degrees, and then we wait. So go into our orange, put our wait down here, and let's wait for 2 seconds. Okay. Then let's turn back again. Okay. So we could either do this 90 degrees, negative 90 degrees, so it's an equal turning back, or let's see what other motions we have. Let's turn it the other way. And let's turn it the other way 90 degrees again, okay? And we'll just experiment. So let's see what this looks like. So I'll click my green flag. Okay, so my S does all of its little goodies. And let's look at T. It turns, it rotates, and then it waits, and then it rotates back. It's okay. It's a start, but it's real small, and it just goes bloop, bloop. Okay, so I don't necessarily think that that's a lot of bang for our buck. Let's go into looks. Let's do change color. So let's do, after it rotates, change color effect by 25. Okay, that's pretty cool. So it turns from this aqua color to this negative, or to this dark blue color. So let's see this all together. Okay, let's click it again and see what color it goes to now, because it's going to keep changing colors, I bet. Oh, no, the color effect did not change that. Okay, let's try, instead of color, let's try fishtail. I don't see, or fisheye. Let's try whirl. Okay, the effect is pretty like slight and subtle, so let's do whirl by 50. Okay, now I can see the T is definitely a little bit more crooked. Instead of whirl, let's do ghost. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's faded quite a bit here. Let's go back to color. It's turned more purple now. Let's see if it stays purple. Okay. It's sort of a dark purple when we do it. Okay, I like that. Let's add a sound to that. So let's go into our sound effects. Now, I don't want to use the pop sound, so let's go ahead and click on our sound tab. And let's go into choose a sound. Ooh, let's try our trumpet. So I just click on it. It's okay. Let's do alert. That's cool. Okay, let's try that one. Okay, so that's alert. So we go into code and play sound alert. So let's see here. Let's do this. Let's put it towards the end. So we don't have two sounds on top of each other. Let's see if it works. Okay, so we had the pop on S as soon as we clicked, and that alert sound doesn't go until maybe like 3 seconds later. So that's good. Okay, cool. I'll give them some room here. Okay, now let's go to letter E. So let's click on letter E. And let's do our kickoff event of this green flag. And let's do looks. And let's do a set color. So let's do, instead of a 50, because we have the 50 for the T, let's do 10 and see what this looks like. So this turned like a lighter blue, so I like that. Now let's make it, let's do set size by 150%. Then let's wait. So we'll go to our control and let's hit wait. And let's wait 2 seconds. And then let's do an equal reaction the other way. So let's go to looks, set size, and we'll do -150. And then let's try it out. Oh, it shrunk way, 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 way down. So it didn't go back to its original size. So let's go back to its original size, which is just 100%. So let's try it out. Okay, that's better. So we went to set size to 150%. We wait 2 seconds and then we say, okay, set it back to its original size, which is 100%. Okay, so I like that. That's much better. Now let's give this guy its own sound. Let's give E its own sound. So let's go into sounds and let's do choose a sound. And let's go to the category wacky, which is on the end here. And, oh, let's try ta-da. Let's see what it sounds like. I like that. That's kind of cute. Okay, so let's go into our code. And we have the E here. And let's set sound to da. Okay, so let's click on the green flag. Hello, I'm the letter S. Okay, now the alert sound and the ta-da sound are playing at the same time. So I don't like that. So let's do, instead of, let's hit another wait in here. Let's wait 2 seconds and let's try it out. Okay, so we have the S growing bigger and making a sound, the T changing a color, the E changing a color and making a sound and growing bigger and going back to its original size. What should we do for the letter P? Okay, maybe we do something simple, like let's move 10 steps. Well, let's do our kickoff event. When green flag is clicked, move 10 steps, and then let's wait. And we'll wait 2 seconds. And then let's move 10 steps again in the other direction. So we'll do -10. And let's try it out. I didn't see it. Okay, let's try it out. Oh, I see it. It's okay. Let's try it. 50 and then -50. Let's try it. I like that. Okay, I like that. And then finally, let's do our H. So we go to events and we go ahead and click that when green flag is clicked. Now let's see. Let's go to our motion. And let's go to point in direction. Let's see what happens when we point in direction. Nothing much happened, huh? Let's have the letter H. Instead of pointing in a direction, let's still say goodbye. Now, it's sort of too busy and it doesn't say goodbye right at the end of the sequence of everything happening. So let's do a wait here. And let's do a wait for 10 seconds. That's okay, but it's a little long. Let's do 7 seconds. Okay, not bad at all. Okay, but let's see. The PH are too similar for me. They're the same color. So in this H, let's go into costumes. And we see that letter H there. I wonder if I can change that to be a little bit different costume. So instead of the fill being this aqua color, why don't we change it to be a nice sort of reddish color? What do you think? Okay. So let's see if we can do that. Oh, that looks good. Okay. Let's go back into our code and let's hit our go again. Hello, I'm the letter S. You hear my sound. And then H says goodbye. Okay, that is all for lesson 2. I can't wait to see what you've done. Check out our little quiz on lesson 2 and come back for lesson 3 because we're going to take all these things that we have just learned and learn even more. I can't wait.